Hello there. Welcome to Farming with My Father with me, Kasim Kaira. I've been lost on you for a bit, yes, but I'm always looking for things that could make our situations better, especially in the farming world. We're trying to make farming much more interesting, sexy if you wish, if you actually wish to use the word, but making it much more applicable. Now, there's something that I've noticed in my 23 years living in the United Kingdom, and that is small plots which are called allotments. What these allotments do is that you will find that actually in urban centers, I'm just out of Durham city center. It's just a short drive away. I've come here and I found what looks like a very organized, very neat allotment. But these are small plots that are allocated mainly to people who do not have access to huge chunks of land. I mean, behind me you can see Durham County has one of the biggest farms in England, and you will notice that you will find big farms. But around the big farms or around city centers, you find the smaller allotments. Now, these are smaller plots that are allocated to people, and they help now for these people to grow, especially people wanting to grow their own food. So you'll find onions, you'll find tomatoes. I've seen people rearing chicken inside the allotments. I've just seen duck eggs, but it looks like they are closed today, they are not in. But it would have been very interesting to just see what goes on. Now, me being the curious person that I am, bumped into a person here whose name I'm going to be finding out very quickly, spoke to him, introduced myself, and actually he's going to help me now get into an allotment, and we get to see this allotment, what he actually does in the allotment. Your names, please, just for purposes of our record.
My name's Lewis. Nice to meet you.
Lewis, thank you very much for speaking to Farming with My Father. So we've come to an allotment. He's going to take us around and we're going to go through the history, because I just found something very interesting. I took keen interest once I realized, allotments were quite an issue. And I did a bit of digging, and I'll allow you just before I take Lewis, because I've stolen 5 minutes of his time, which I'm very grateful for. But I just thought I should just read this for you, just to sort of understand the history of these allotments. So allotments in England have a history stretching back over 1,000 years, evolving from common land use in Anglo-Saxon and medieval times to their current form, particularly shaped by the 19th and 20th century social and economic changes. Now, initially, they provided a way for the landless poor to cultivate food, especially during times of hardship like wars and industrialization. But of course, now you see the origins now started as communal lands. Now they've ended up actually becoming even for ordinary people, but especially with a huge rural-urban migration, people leaving their communities and then moving to new centers where they do not have access to land. So I'm going to use Lewis to help us sort of understand, look inside an allotment. And the reason I'm doing this is mainly for the local authorities where you are. Many districts have come up in Uganda and in other parts across Africa. Now, what I would like to do is actually get the authorities thinking. These districts have a lot of land. There are many people who are in the urban centers, they do not have anywhere to grow land. It might be for the local authorities to just get a bit of land, 3 acres, 5 acres, cut these allotments, allow people to use them to just grow their food, and the authorities would be earning some money. It's like building a market, allocating stalls. People pay for that. You continue to own the market, but then the stalls are owned by the individuals making use of the land. Why don't I actually, without much ado, allow Lewis to take us into an allotment and you see what exactly happens there. So this is my first time entering into an allotment. Thanks very much, Lewis, for your kindness.
I'm closing the gate because if I leave it open, people will walk in.
People can walk in
to ask to buy stuff.
Right.
If we're open, we'll roll this trolley out. So these are things that we have for sale, and we have like a little sign.
Oh wow! Oh, so fresh eggs. Oh, you have this.
Yeah, it's just not out because we're closed.
Right,
so
right. Okay.
I'll give you a bit of the history of this allotment.
Please, yes.
This allotment started during World War II when it was given as a plot of land to my great-grandmother.
Right.
So the War Commission gave a pair of overalls, a pitchfork, a dozen chickens, a shed and a bit of land and said, you have to make eggs for the war effort to support the troops.
Yeah.
But during the course of the war, she, had this land and went on to do other stuff, and since then was rearing rabbits, geese, sort of goats, you know, all sorts of stuff, and it's passed through the generations.
Yes.
So my grandparents work on the allotment, my auntie, my mother, the whole family work here, and everyone does like something different basically.
Right.
So we have a lot of flowers, which are obviously just for show. We've got onions, kale, broccoli, and things like, you know, we have some little Christmas trees as well.
Oh yes.
You know, so it's not all about kind of growing for produce, because it tends to actually be like quite expensive to, you know, grow stuff.
Right.
Unless you're doing like one crop.
Yeah.
So it's mostly for my retired family members, to give them some nature and some enjoyment. But it obviously does produce quite a lot of food, because this is 1/3 of an acre in total.
A third of an acre.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Ah,
And you can see we have a lot of land here where it has like black sheets down.
Yes.
This is so weeds don't sprout up.
Right.
And so
okay.
we can...
You can plant at the moment, at moment's notice.
But to be honest, a lot of the garden isn't in use because my grandparents are too old to work
Too
on it.
old to be. Can you not rent it out? Can you not get other people? Although, is there no interest within the community that of people that might be able to come and?
Of course, there's huge interest, but I guess one of the things is about allotments and why they tend to be quite difficult to get your hands on is because they are like passed down essentially.
Oh, so that's through generations.
Yeah,
Right.
So
yeah.
it's one of them things where, because it's such an old thing that we've done, and particularly in the northeast and communities where we've been coal mining or working in steel factories, we traditionally have had very, very small houses,
Right.
everyone living in one room,
Yeah.
but huge gardens, and we've used the gardens to supplement our income by
Yes.
growing our own food.
Yes.
So that tradition has moved on to places like this and around the northeast.
Yeah.
But it's kind of morphed, and so we do a lot of things like, traditionally in the northeast we have competitions for growing the biggest leeks, and they're like this big, you know, or an onion that's that big.
Yes.
Flowers. So there's a really, really strong tradition of growing in the northeast, and it does come from that kind of scarcity and poverty essentially.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, but seeing you, I mean, you are a young man. Where does your motivation come from? You would probably, many young people would be in totally something different. Where did you get the motivation, the urge to want to, you know, be part of this? I know it's passed down, yes.
Well,
but
yeah. So I guess so. The main thing for me is like spending time with my family. You know, I'm not particularly interested in like growing food.
Yes.
And I wouldn't say I particularly like have like the sort of skills that some people do and the interest. But you know, I like spending time with my family. I like having our own space, and I do a lot of painting, so I tend to do like painting here. And that's how I get to spend time.
Right.
Here, you know?
Well, you said this is 1/3 of an acre, though.
Yeah.
But there are other people who have allotments. So would their story be the same, that it was during wartime that these were allocated, or did it expand over time?
Yeah. So initially, that was how all of these plots were created for local people. But you know, some of them aren't in the family anymore. They've passed on to. So there's basically 2 ways you can get an allotment here. You're either on a waiting list, and if someone dies or gives up their allotment, the first person on the list gets it. But what usually happens is the ownership of the allotment is transferred to someone before that happens.
Right.
So currently the ownership of this allotment is transferred to me, should anything happen to my grandparents.
Right.
That's
Right. Do you have to pay anything then? I mean, once you take that up, or since it was given to your parents, that was it?
Well, no, that's the thing. Originally the land belonged to the church commissioners. So, like, basically the church would own a lot of land and collect very, very small rents, but tend to own like very, very large areas.
Yes.
So the rent is like extremely low. You know, it's like under £100 a year, sort of thing. Just you know, you would never be able to rent this sort of land these days, you know.
No. Okay, so we are inside our greenhouse here, and I can see tomatoes. Maybe take us through this. I mean,
So we have different types of tomato.
Oh wow, this is one of the largest tomatoes I've ever seen. Yes.
So, and then these are leeks, and we have like smaller tomatoes, and these are to control pests, and they're like a companion plant rather than, you know, and they look nice as well.
Oh, right. Okay.
So what sort of stuff do you grow in Uganda? What are the main sort of things?
In Uganda, we mainly do corn,
Yeah.
but I'm in livestock. So I'm doing cows, I'm doing goats, I'm doing sheep.
Right.
And then we do mainly corn, but we are also doing a bit of sorghum now, increasingly. These are grapes.
Yeah, I don't think they're quite ready. So I'll try one.
Which one?
Just the darkest one.
Right.
See what you think.
Well, Lewis is just allowing me now to go into a taste of the grapes here. Yeah, the seeds still feel bigger,
Yeah.
but it's nice. Yeah, it's ready. It's nice.
It's getting there. So there's quite a lot of grapes here, you know.
And how often do you harvest? Is this like an all year round or?
Well, so because we call this a polytunnel.
Yes.
There's the poly theme going
Yes.
over it. So we can grow stuff all year round in here, but obviously because it's so cold in the northeast, we
Yeah.
tend to just stick to like the summer.
Oh, the summer.
We have
yeah.
some stuff in the winter and let the land kind of rejuvenate itself. But yeah,
Right.
pretty
And
cool
I
stuff.
see drip lines here now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
irrigation is critical for you here.
Yeah, we have supply of running water here, which is really handy.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, it's one of them things because the land is so old. You know, it's almost impossible for me to learn how to garden this space because my grandparents just know everything. They got taken here.
Right.
So, you know, I really hope.
Do they pass on the skills? But because now they're too old to be able to do that. But
Yeah.
in your conversations, do you get that coming through?
They try their best, but I think, you know, it's one of them things you just have to spend the time and pick stuff up. It's not something that you could really write down.
Well, YouTube is here now, and a lot of things have changed. I mean, it's amazing how much you can actually just collect by, you know, going through, you know, YouTube, typing. And the thing is, many of the problems, people have already gone through them. And what's
Yeah.
this now? Is this kale? Oh my God! Is this
Cauliflower.
This is cauliflower.
Yeah.
I didn't know. These are very huge. Is this a particular variety, or that's how normally they are?
That's just how they normally are, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, this is like a kind of like a northern staple, you
Yes,
know, like
yeah.
the big rooty sort
Oh.
of veg.
No, I normally know them just being small. Probably they're the ones we just buy from the supermarkets. So how much do you buy? How much do you grow for yourself, and how much do you buy from a supermarket? Just in terms of the groceries.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. We don't really get much in terms of like produce.
Yeah.
You know, I buy pretty much everything from the supermarket still, which kind of seems, you know, like a crazy thing to do, but I guess if you wanted to gear this up
Yes.
for survival,
Yes.
you very quickly could.
Yes.
But it's made for pleasure and to have very few things that are really delicious, really big, really good quality,
Yes.
rather
yes.
than a full cornfield, you know. So it's a really interesting balance between, you know, not really having that necessity, but having the pleasure of being
Pleasure of
here.
being able to, yeah.
So in Uganda, you would have your own balance and your own crops and
Yes.
your
Yeah.
own things, you know.
Okay. Well, that is quite very, very interesting. So what's this?
This is fig.
Oh, is this a fig tree?
Yeah, some of them are getting quite
Oh,
big there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never tested a fig. I know a fig just from reading books and
Yeah.
so on, but I know them being large trees. So want it to grow beyond this? Oh no, I can see you've cut off the the expansion place where they would have grown upwards. Yeah, and this is
Carrots.
carrots. I thought they were celery or parsley.
Just little baby carrots.
Oh, fantastic.
But
yeah.
this is one thing we've struggled to grow here.
Yeah.
We're, you know, not even really sure why, but there's a particular pest that attacks the carrot. That's why it's raised up. The theory that it's higher up, they can't get it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Oh wow, that's very interesting. Thank you.
and we have a lot of stuff that is like, you know, not intentionally put here. So like lavender, things like seeds, birds have just dropped, you know.
Right.
So-
These were just dropped by the birds.
Yeah, because we've had it
Okay.
for so long, things have just kind
Yes.
of got their place now.
Yes, yes.
And so these are all strawberries. We've planted some more fruit trees here.
Yeah.
I think these are blueberries.
Why are they specifically covered in there? Are they a delicacy for birds? Do they come to attack them?
Yeah,
All
yeah, that's right, mate. Yeah,
Okay.
birds. And then we have So we've moved things around, and like we've got like compost here,
Compost, yes.
which you can of course put your food waste in.
Oh, may I have just a look in?
Yeah, yeah.
Out of curiosity.
Don't know what's going on.
Oh, fantastic! Yes.
So we'll leave this for like, once it's full, leave it for a year.
A year.
Have a compost bin somewhere else, and then
Right.
keep moving around.
Uh-huh.
So this is kale.
Yeah.
Would you like some to take
Oh,
away?
please. No, I would love to. That would be very, very nice. That would be very kind of you. Thank
So
you very much.
A couple of different types here.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to ask as well. It's they all look different. The ones I see in the supermarkets are not so much like those.
Yeah.
Oh, these are kales as well.
just a different variety.
Right. Okay.
Because obviously now you can just buy seeds from anywhere, and
Yes.
there's just so many different options.
So a lot of the planting then is sort of predetermined by the weather. It's the summertime. You're looking at the
Yeah,
summertime.
yeah.
The cold months. Then do you even bother to come over, or is there anything you grow with during the winters at all?
There are a few things, and you start using greenhouses to start seeds in
Yes.
just outside of the winter, so you can start your seeds to get everything in the ground for the summer when everything's
Right,
really bright.
right.
And so these are chilies
some
or
chilies.
beans even.
These are the beans now.
Peppers.
It's a different color of the beans that I'm used to. This one I am used to, but I've not seen the black ones.
Yeah, I don't know what these are. These are like cucumbers.
Right.
Sort of strange cucumbers.
Ooh. Okay.
There's a nice big pepper. I'm not sure. Sometimes they turn red. Sometimes
Wow.
they stay that colour.
Yeah. This is
More
enough for the
peppers.
kitchen, Louis. You're saying don't get enough, but I'm
Well,
saying if I was doing two a day, I think that could take me through quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm not sure if you'll have this one in Uganda.
What's this?
Rhubarb?
Rhubarb, I always read about it. I never, tasted it. I see it in a
Oh,
lot
right.
of recipes written and so on.
Yeah, we'll get you a bit. It's
Right.
very like bitter, very tart.
So
but,
is it salady? Would you do a salad with it, or would you rather
So-
cook it in the?
traditionally we would sort of dice it up. You know,
Yes.
you take the leaves off, so it's just the stalk,
Yeah.
and you would like boil it with sugar
Yes.
and use it for a pie or like a syrup or something.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, it's a very like English taste, very very sharp.
No, I see a lot of it in recipe books.
Yeah,
But I'd never probably have eaten it in the meals, and I had no idea.
Yeah,
This
we'll
is
get
quite interesting. Guys, you understand why I say farming is very, very interesting, even on a third of an acre, which Louis has. Just see the few minutes we've just come here, just perusing through the garden, totally unplanned. I was driving past and I saw the allotment. I just thought, who can I speak to? See what it took. I mean, just a few minutes of speaking to Louis and see what has been gathered already, getting washed and ready for me to carry. These are some of the beauties that come with, it's kind of you doing it yourself. But the value in that is, you are not only getting satisfaction that someone has taken, someone is not paying, but you've given to someone, they've taken, and just that feeling. There's that kind of satisfaction that is priceless. No amount of money can buy that. Inside this allotment, Louis has almost a serious, comfortable room that you can actually come in. Louis, talk us through this, because it looks like it's a complete shop and, actually, and a room that you can
Yeah.
be comfortably in.
So you might come here on a weekend,
Yes.
and there'll be like the different members of my family here, and my auntie, she makes jam from
Wow.
all of the produce in the allotment. So she'll put everything in the freezer during the summer,
Yeah.
fill the freezer with fruit, and throughout the year she'll make different types of jam. And you can see she makes little small ones.
Wow.
And the eggs come from different allotment holders, because not everyone is like open to the public.
Oh,
Some people, particularly at the back where they're not next to the road,
Yes.
they make eggs, make stuff, and they don't really like sell it, but because we're on the roadside, people stop in and ask, can they buy cauliflower, can they buy some eggs?
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah, so we sell a bit of jam, and then we have like a little cooker, which is like on a bottle of gas. So we don't have gas mains here, but
Yes.
so you can have a cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Oh no,
Yeah,
this is very functional. This is very practical.
Yeah,
I love, and then the warmth as well. I mean, if it's winter time,
yeah.
you've decided to come in here, you still have your burner there that your wood burner that you can use to, heat up the place.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, this is very, very nice. Can I buy some eggs of you? Now, at least if,
Yeah.
since
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not selling, but I'm here now.
Yeah.
Oh, and I left. Yeah,
I'll put your veg in this bag.
in the bag. Oh, thank you very much. Now, just see how fast, how quickly I've managed to get just the sauce, the vegetables for the day, all sorted. Visiting an allotment. Wow. Yeah, and then. So this is what I'm trying to get to local authorities in different places. I mean, there are countries within the region, countries across Africa, where local authorities, districts have got huge chunks of land that they have not been yet put to use. And because of the land that is getting stolen, and instead of ending up in courts and with all the court battles of how to reclaim, how to get back this land, it might make sense for local authorities to establish these bits of allotments. You see, like this is a third of an acre, and you can see the production levels that are coming out of this. To allocate, you just fence off an area, get people to rent. It might be renewed over time, so it might be 3 to 5 years periods, and families can be given an opportunity that if, for example, a father died, their children can continue, if they are within that same locality, to grow the food. In places like Nairobi, where you have huge populations, no access to land, in places like Rwanda, in Kigali, for example, authorities might have some pockets of land that can be allocated. There used to be a lot of communal farming within, especially the valleys, the swamps in those areas. But now, if it is something that is formal, government can actually start making a bit of money. Local authorities can raise some money from the rent that comes out of these allotments. Because the rent is 3, 5 years, it's not necessarily too much money, but it just means the land can be put to use, people can have something to eat, and then, of course, now that improves people's quality of life. This is the thought process that I really thought very, very much that actually pushed me to come to an allotment to sort of share this idea. This is in England, a country that has had thousands of years of history, but we are almost moving to where, you know, they have been. Huge population growths across much of Africa, in which case then you would almost need to have a situation, you know, that you need to start thinking. And because of decentralization policies, I think authorities, local authorities, can think about this. Find a place just out of town, allocate. People can come there, farm on the weekend, farm in the evening when they've finished whatever they are doing. I think that's food for thought.
So it's a bit of a
This
squeeze,
is a tight
but
one. Yeah, I will squeeze through. Lovely. All right. So these are more allotments then.
Yeah. And then you have like the main access for people to come up and down from the gate.
This middle one now.
Yeah,
You mean that? Okay.
yeah. But I guess one of the things, like the downsides, is that these allotments have suffered from a lot of like vandalism and stuff. People breaking in.
Oh, still they managed to break in.
Yeah, stealing
Right.
things and
Yes.
smashing things. So people tend to be quite locked up, you know.
Yes, yes.
It's not very open, which it would be nice if it was, but it's not really. So you can see like the barbed wire and the spiky
Yes.
fence and stuff.
Yes, yes. Is there any point in having cameras like CCTV cameras? I haven't seen any, but I'm just wondering if there have been cases of vandalism, whether it wouldn't make sense probably to secure it
Yeah.
a lot more.
Well, because we don't really have electricity here, and
Right.
I think because the crimes are so small.
Yeah, it's kind of negligible.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and you almost like wouldn't even want to punish someone for doing that because it's just like kids or desperate people, you know. So
Yes.
we just try and we don't put locks on anything. Everything's like open, so they don't break them. They just open the door,
Right.
see that there's nothing here.
Oh, I love the chicken.
Yeah.
And the way they are free ranging now here.
Yeah.
Don't wild cats come in and eat them at all? Do they not have any scares of
No, we don't really have. So
don't have
they'll
any predators?
they'll come on a morning and open up, and then
Yes.
on a night come and close the
Oh,
door.
so they close them out,
Yeah.
right. I thought they would be free to roam around. Oh, I love the color there. The white and black there is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Do they think there is some food coming? I can see the way they are coming very quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Louis, thank you very much for your time. I'm very appreciative.
No,
I
it's-
know you'd definitely be busy doing something, and you've chosen to give us a bit of the time.
No, it's fine. I like to learn about other cultures, so it's nice to share mine with someone.
All right. Now, this would be a sort of a new concept, especially in Uganda. Uh, in other countries like Rwanda, it might not necessarily, because there used to be a bit of communal farming.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it really.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I've got you some kale
Yeah.
and some rhubarb,
Yeah.
very like traditional northeast British food,
Yes.
and some jam as well.
Oh, fantastic!
which is,
My wife will love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is all from the allotment as well.
This is from the allotment.
From here, yeah.
You never go empty-handed leaving a farm, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Just look at a third of an acre. It's summertime now, so there's a bit more going on, as opposed to when it would be winter, when there would not be too much, going on. But a short visit to a person that I've just met hardly 30 minutes ago, and I'm already carrying this. Lewis, I won't forget this. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's me now living with my bag. Thank you very much.
Yeah, because we've had too much sun.
Yeah.
We haven't had
Oh,
any
so
rain.
we are celebrating the sun out there. We didn't know.
Yeah, we needed rain early on.
Yes. Oh, wow. This is very nicely organized.
Yeah.
How long have you had this for?
30, 40 years.
30, 40 years.
30, 40 years, yeah.
Wow.
The church allotments, these.
Oh, yes.
The church, we are like not the council.
Yes.
These are all the church. These are church allotments.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. So I think this is even a message to the church in Uganda. One way of helping your people to get out of poverty would be to allocate some lands like this. People do allotments out of them. This would really, really come in quite handy. This would help to change many people's lives. Yeah. Oh, wow. This is very well organized. Wow. This must be really nice hard work. How much time do you allocate to this, like on a daily basis? Or is this your hangout place? You just come
Sometimes 10 or 12 hours a day.
10, 12 hours a day. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Oh, wow. And those are cherry tomatoes, or are they just normal tomatoes?
Cherry, normal. Cherry, normal.
Yeah, right. Lovely. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Take care.
All right then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.